have the chagrin of other people running after you. This was what Sammy Gyamfi put out. And watch this. It says, breaking news. Yesterday, the Ghana Gold Board surpassed its 2025 small-scale gold export target of 100 tons, generating over 10 billion American dollars in foreign exchange for the country. And he ended up by saying, unprecedented. This is what Sammy Gyamfi put out. That is an unprecedented achievement. More than 10 billion American dollars. Now, to give you an idea. Our economy became useless in the days of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo and Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. They had to run to the IMF to ask for a bailout of 3 billion. If Ghana right now in foreign exchange is making more than 3 times that, 10 billion American dollars, then it's truly unprecedented, isn't it? But a brother of the late president, John Evans Atta Mills, who so many people loved when he was president. In fact, he was called Asumdweyene, the king of peace, because he was always preaching peace. And he said he would not be running around trying to catch people in otherwise witch hunting people. And that was why Jerry John Rawlings was so angry with him. For Rawlings, as a military man, whoever has stolen any money must suffer for it. Whoever has done anything against Ghana must suffer for it. And when Atta Mills came into power, being aided, having been aided so much by J.J. Rawlings, he expected that Atta Mills would run after all these alleged criminals and have them punished. But he said, no, it's a new Ghana. Let everybody start on a fresh page. And Rawlings wasn't happy with that, so they fell apart. He has a brother called Cadman Mills. He served in the government of John Evans Atta Mills. Also served in the government of John Dramani Mahama. But in the second coming of Mahama, his name has been missing. Come here! Totally missing. He started critiquing the government of John Dramani Mahama. And when you look at his critique, he would not be far away from the truth. Many people might say he's bitter because he has not been involved in this government. He is criticizing the government for nothing. But my brother, discerning minds will tell you that this man has his own ideas and he's working out in his own plan, and that is the Ghana plan. The moment Sammy Gyamfi put out this, Cadman Mills, who we all know it's not the first time he's attacking an issue like this, all in the name of Ghana. Patriotic like his brother who went away the other day, flying home, John Evans Atta Mills. This was what he responded with. What did he say? He said, an unprecedented devastation of our water bodies and environment. The clamor over small-scale mining may have died down somewhat in recognition of government's good faith, but still one thing, attempts to deal with Galamsey. However, our deep anxieties remain. So please stop reminding us of the lurking threat to our very survival. Stop doubting the unprecedented achievements of the Gold Board. They ring very hollow. What? What? This is grammar. Bring it back. This is grammar. Listen to the poetic nature of this epistle. If it was in the days of the Bible, this would have been included in a book called the Epistles of Cadman at the Mills. An unprecedented devastation of our water bodies and environment. The clamor over small-scale mining may have died down somewhat in recognition of government's good faith, but still wanting attempts to deal with Galamsey. However, our deep anxieties remain. So please, stop reminding us of the lurking threat to our very survival. Stop touting the unprecedented achievements in quotes from the gold board. They ring very hollow. My God, dash it away. My brother, my sister, Sammy Gyamfi is a nice gentleman. I love him. The other day, he pulled out dollar notes and gave those to Agrada, and many people criticized that. It got to the ears of the presidency, and they had to call him and talk to him and tell him not to repeat that. At a time that the city, everyone was crying, was just returning from a serious hemorrhage under the 8 years of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo and Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. We were beginning to receive some good signals that the city was beginning to come up. And all of a sudden, we saw people giving out dollar notes when we should be advertising our own city. I remember I came out and spoke against it. My brother, my sister, I have always admired Sammy Gyamfi, but that will not stop us from loving Ghana more. If Ghana has to benefit, we will tout that. And if Ghana has to suffer, we will find out who the authors are and deal with them in our own small way. My brother, my sister, Cadman Mills has spoken. Now, it looks like the gold board, much as it is seen to be trying to fight Galamsey, is more interested in amassing the gold. Can I say that again? Yes, Galamsey is being fought. Police and soldiers were sent out. NIMOS sent out to go and fight Galamsey, but it's the same dirty politicians from the days of Nana Addo and even now, who we are told are most involved in this heinous act against our nation. We all remember Chairman Wontumi, the block-headed idiot who went all the way into the Nimri forest, using his Samri boy concession to destroy our flora and fauna. And several, my brother, reports attested to that fact. Nana Addo flung away the reports, especially those from Professor Boateng. Today, if the gold board is doing well, the gold is coming in unprecedented quantities. We must not just look at the end. We must also look at the means. How are we getting the gold? Is it through Galamsey? Are we treating Galamsey with kids' gloves? Are we more interested in the gold rather than the how the gold is coming? This is what Cadman at the Mills is talking about. The more you talk about the unprecedented achievements of the gold board, we expect that you would also be telling us the unprecedented nature of how you have fought Galamsey and how our trees are beginning to grow, how the water bodies have calmed down and everything is beginning to work out again. But when you look at one side of the equation, the amount of gold you are getting, and not looking at how much the environment is degraded, then you are touting a hollow ring of an achievement. Hallelujah. Brofo. My brother, my sister, you are touting your achievements. We are happy that you are achieving a lot for the country, unprecedentedly. We have 10 billion American dollars coming into our economy. President Mahama's golden boy is Sammy Gyamfi. When Mahama is going to bed, the last name he mentions is Sammy Gyamfi. He has become the golden boy of Mahama. Who wouldn't? Who wouldn't behave the same way Mahama is behaving? the man who has pulled you out of Dumso, the man whose gold board has pulled you away from the IMF and the World Bank borrowing, the man whose gold board is making you walk chest high, that right now, when people from Nigeria and other places have an opportunity to enter Ghana, it's like they are entering Europe. Why wouldn't you shake hands with Sammy Gyamfi and tell him, thank you, you have done so well, and keep up with a good job? But Cadman is saying, we are happy about the achievements, those that you call unprecedented, but please, how far with Galamsey? Are we just interested in the gold? Or we are fighting with the same venom, the same vermin? Galamsey. And I think that he has made a very beautiful point. It came out also that some of the facts in quotes that Sammy Gyamfi told us, that as of 2016, whatever it was in our reserves was some 9 whatever it was. It came out that some of those figures were not right. But whatever it is, we don't want to go too much into that. It is just about our environment. And I like how Cadman Mills put it. He said it is a threat to our very existence. Today when we are drinking water, you don't know how much mercury you are putting in your body. Today, everybody must drink mineral water. In the days when we could just turn on our taps and drink directly from the taps, oh my God, we were a happy people. Today, you can't drink water directly from the tap, at least not in the city. How about our brothers and sisters, mothers and fathers in those so-called deprived areas who do not even have access to this pipe-borne water? They drink water directly from the ground. Groundwater, rivers, dams, polluted heavily. Are we thinking about them? Or we are going to sacrifice them for the gold? So to Sammy Gyamfi, much as this is a hot bullet, I hope that you will not see it as a personal attack. You will not see it as an attack on your achievements, but you will rather sit back and say, well, we are getting the gold. Certainly is under pressure to deliver. But if you are under such pressure, such immense pressure to deliver, you might forget the means to the end and just concentrate on the end, the gold, and forget how the gold gets there. Please, let us work on Galamsey. Let us deal with Galamsey issues seriously so that we can clap when we get the gold. At the same time, we can come out and say, oh, you know what? We got 20% more gold than last year or 2 years ago. And now our river bodies, water bodies are clear and cool. Trees are beginning to grow. Animals are running in the forest reserves and all that. There is no mining in any forest reserve in Ghana. That we can applaud. Don't only talk about the gold minus the means to the gold. It's the black pot, aka Kokoshonemo, where we speak truth to power. When we return, we got more. Hey ya, hey yo, wayo.
Wow. Blackpot.
It's the Blackpot, aka Kuku Shodemo, and here we speak truth to power. If you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, remember to hit on the subscription button. Right after that, you hit on the subscription bell. Yes, what we call the notification bell, so that each time we are on, you will be reminded to watch us. Now, there is something very beautiful happening at Zimanski Hotel, right here in Accra. It's a top-class hotel. Oh my God, one of its kind in the area. Oh my God. Zimanski Hotel. They have a jingle and mingle cocktail and grills buffet. And it's still ongoing. Today, Christmas Day, if you were supposed to spend 100 Ghana cedis on a normal day, today you would spend 40% of that. Tomorrow, Thursday, they have the Falala Fiesta. You need to be there from 12 noon. And today, it's actually Thursday, right? Yeah, today is Thursday, Christmas Day. Today, make sure that you are there 12 noon till 7 p.m. In fact, it started already and things are happening. Oh my God. People are there in their numbers and it's going to go all the way to somewhere 9 p.m. 2 hours more added because of the fun. Oh my God. And on Sunday, the 28th of December, from 12 noon to 6 p.m., they have the Christmas brunch bash. Yes, the Christmas brunch bash. Music and dance and food. Oh, family and friends. Very beautiful atmosphere. There's a beautiful swimming pool there. Oh my God. At Zimanski, we say is home away from home. This is the Blackpot, aka Kuku Shonamo. And here we speak truth to power. Story number 2. Watch this. Tearful Tamale Police King Kong promoted by IGP. There's a gentleman who has been touted in Tamale as the Tamale Police King Kong. Tamale Police King Kong. Who is this gentleman we are talking about? Tamale Police King Kong. Friends who know him personally call him Jasco. Real name, Abdul Jalil. In 2005, he decided to join the Ghana police. And he did. When he joined the Ghana police, oh my God. He grew through the rank and file. Rose like a column of mercury in the mercury thermometer on heat. Slowly but steadily. He knew his time would come. Many people who saw this body felt that he should have been in the army. He trained a lot of people in the police training schools. He is a Dagomba boy from Tamale. And because of the huge nature of his body, they call him Tamale King Kong. This is the King Kong. Tamale Police King Kong. And we all know who King Kong is. This is King Kong. We all remember that beautiful movie that featured King Kong. We saw how bullets never penetrated the skin of King Kong. We saw the energy. How King Kong, huge as he was, I don't know if he's still alive, could catch a plane in one hand, catch another plane in the other hand, and crash them into two. The only thing that King Kong admired and loved was a beautiful damsel. And we all saw how the beautiful damsel could walk right in the palm of King Kong in the movie. He loved the very beautiful lady to a fault. This is King Kong. Now, the IGP decided to put up a certain special operation. Galamsey, Chairman Wontumi and his boys disturbing and destroying Samre Boy, and all the way to the Nimri forests. So they sent this gentleman there, the King Kong, and he went with his boys. Everywhere they went, it was fire for fire. Fire for fire, guns blazing. He went to fight Galamsey. There was a point. He went into an area that nobody dared go. And I will let him tell you that himself. When they got there, they were met with gunshots. One of his people got shot in the leg, and he himself got hit right there on the lip. And he's always shown us that. That is the face of King Kong. Now bring the original face of King Kong and compare this face to that face. So you see, the people of Tamale have a reason for calling him King Kong. Nothing disturbs his passion. And his passion is to see that there is love in the area. No crime. Despite the guns and all the shooting in the area, he penetrated there with his people. They drove away all the Galamsey people.
Welcome home, brother.
So good to be back.
Very good to see you.
Barley.
The prodigal grandson returns.
They are now standing trial. His name sparkles with a lot of energy. And when his name is mentioned in almost every quarters, people become scared and afraid. King Kong is coming. This is the Tamale Police King Kong. Abdul Jalil. He joined the police service in 2005. So he's been there for 20 years now. A lot of officers have passed through his hands. After making sure that the Galamsey area was safe, before they could even sit back and rest, there was a call from the presidency that the Gonjes and some other ethnic group were feuding in the north. And they left the Galamsey area, went straight to the area to bring calm and order. My brother, my sister, when everything seemed calm, a call came again that the people of your hometown, Tamale, they need you. Almost every young man in Tamale now is addicted to a certain drug called tramadol. Irresponsible Alhajis and Hajias who will all go to hell are selling this tramadol. It's the biggest business in Tamale now. People are losing interest in selling yams, maize, and yams because it is very, very easy to make money from tramadol. Alhajis and Hajias were there doing that. They had a special task force. And it came out that a lot of the task force members were actually taking bribes from people and allowing them to sell tramadol. And some of them, tramadol that was seized from vendors were returned to the streets via different vendors by the same so-called task force. That was the biggest allegation. And some of the task force members, we were told, allegedly got rich by not doing their work properly. So when King Kong was sent to the area, he was so happy to go there. My brother, my sister, the day he arrived, he sent a warning throughout the whole region and told them that their son had come home to bring sanity and love. He spoke in Dagbani. Watch this and hear him.
Ibe mitiyan sa ta sasha yi ko jimin to wala tikana fan wana ta bandir bayi itu kum kamar fana kum da danwa ta bana tan kene ma ma me bana kama angela bidde ka bo na zan amman so tanga da nguna nyin min nguna be sha ta jol nyanga nyen dinan bala ta bayi na da tace farsusu ni yana tiyan tiyan kula so amma di ta sai nin yafliyan yi kap jakuma chan fe yaranga da yi so ibe mitiyan sa ta sasha yi ko jimin to wala tikana fan wana ta bandir bayi itu kum kamar fana kum da danwa ta bana tan kene ma ma me bana kama angela bidde ka bo na zan amman so tanga da nguna nyin min nguna be sha ta jol nyanga nyen dinan bala ta bayi na da tace farsusu ni yana tiyan tiyan kula so amma di ta sai nin yafliyan yi kap jakuma chan fe yaranga da yi so ibe mitiyan sa ta sasha yi ko
Tibe yina na tukuso. Tibe yina na tukuso. Ama ademi yizanme. Niye via yi kabiaguma na nsontiti denyi. I have never heard a policeman, a soldier man speak like this all my 51 years on earth. I only see that in Hollywood movies. He said, and I translate, we are not here to frighten anybody. Neither are we here to beat anybody. We are not here to kill anybody. But if we have to sacrifice some people, kill them, we shall kill them so that life will be better for everybody. You want to hear it again? We are not here to frighten anybody, neither are we here to beat anybody. Remember that we are not here to kill anybody, but if we must sacrifice some people, kill them, we will kill them so lives will get better. He didn't end there. He said, we won't tell you when we are going to start the operation, but when you hear the guns blazing, when you hear the guns blazing like you have never heard, don't try. It is us who have entered the area, and the guns will continue to blaze until there is peace. That's what he said. That's what he said. When we shoot, we are blazing the guns. That means we have entered the area and we have captured the bad nuts and we are taking them away. A few weeks later, somebody was shot and killed. The operation has been going on for several months now. I spoke to him before we came into the studio. We had a lengthy conversation. And he told me, Black Rasta, for 8 months now, I've never slept on my bed. I don't even know what my woman's face looks like. For the last 8 months, it's been from one operation to the other. He told us more about the Tamale boy who was shot and killed. He told us the boy was from Zangbalong. And he told us more. Tomorrow we shall give you a deeper insight into this. But this announcement was made in front of the Gbewa Palace, right there in Yendi. My brother, my sister, this is Abdul Jalil, aka Tamale King Kong. He's ready for action. He was in Tamale, blazing the guns, running into my Abu Abu area with his team, the team of guerrilla fighters. They enter into the Abu Abu forest, go all the way into the Nobisco forest. Yes, Nobisco forest. Capturing people, seizing drugs, and sanitizing the whole place. A son of the land, a true one, has arrived. He was in there when a call came from the IGP. There's going to be a gathering. We need you to also come and join. He thought he was going for yet another operation. And when he arrived, tears started coming down his eyes. When the IGP, in the presence of all and sundry, the creme de la creme of the police service, walked over to him with a medal. Watch this.
I'm overwhelmed with joy. I nearly even cried, especially knowing where we started and where we are today. IGP, I think this is the first in kind. We have never seen this in the police service, whereby people have been given special commendation because of their dedication, hard work, and commitment. And it is made publicly like this. Over the years, we only see people receive it behind the scenes. And nobody, sometimes people will be talking. At least some of us have committed ourselves to law enforcement in this country just to make sure that the country is safe for people. So if today we have been duly recognized per our standard, the CI 76, as I indicated earlier on, the Police Service Regulation 87, Sub-Regulation 2C, it's a clear indication that the special recommendations can be given to people who have dedicated themselves, hard work, who show braveness in terms of their duty, and then that promotion is endorsed. I think basically we thank the IGP. Myself personally have thanked the IGP on behalf of my colleagues, and I'm so grateful for the opportunity and the elevation in rank. I think this is overwhelming, and to serve as a wake-up call for others to also commit themselves to law enforcement, devoid of any corrupt practices, just to make sure that our country is safe.
Wow. Did you hear that? Did you hear that? Abdul Jalil, the Tamale King Kong. Today in Tamale, the streets have been cleaned up. Today in Tamale, people who used to hide in the forests, stealing motorbikes, snatching mobile phones from people, they have all been cleared from the forest areas because the King Kong has arrived. Dagomba King Kong. My brother, my sister, to the IGP, we say congratulations. You heard what Tamale King Kong said, Abdul Jalil. He said, this is a wake-up call for all other policemen and women to subject themselves to the rule of law and law enforcement. He said in the past, people will be awarded and tongues will be wagging, yabby, 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 blah, 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 blah. Well, what did this person do? What did that person do? Where from this person? People were just giving awards by heart. But this one, everyone is applauding. They know exactly what they have done. To the King Kong operation, I hope the IGP calls it the King Kong operation rather than IGP special operation. This is the King Kong operation. My brother, my sister, the whole team has been promoted. I want to say thank you so much. Congratulations to Abdul Jalil, and congratulations to the people of Tamale for accepting the rule of law, whether it was forced on them or they accepted it wholeheartedly. Whatever it is, the results are glaring. It's the black pot, aka Kukushonamo, where we speak truth to power. When we return, we will take in your messages, and right after that, we have a final story, and it's about Florence Obinim'S. It's a big story. Yeah, man. We shall return. Hey! Oyo! Oyo!
Blackport. Kuku Shonamo.
It's the Black Pot, aka Kukushonamo, and here we speak truth to power. Jakwata Bedavio, Monyeko, and thank you so much for making us number one. Oh yes, Agbeno Heavy, Megba Fumato. My brother, my sister. This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushonamo, and here we speak truth to power. Our numbers are scrolling on the screen. Pick up the numbers and do business with us. Maybe you have a story you want us to follow up on. We are more than just excited to be part of it. Okay? And we have a number of people here who we call a family. We want to say thank you so much for being part of this wonderful family. Salutes of patriotism. Remember, here we don't do politics, not at all. What we do is called patriotism. That is why we talk about people like the Tamaliking Kong. Patriotism. It's the Black Pot, aka Kukushodamo, and here we speak truth to power. Come here! Now let us look at your comments. Let's see your comments. Send them via YouTube. They could also come via Facebook, and we are most excited to read them. First and foremost, if you celebrate Christmas, Merry Christmas to you, and a Happy New Year, very prosperous one, yet to come. We love you and we appreciate you as a family. Merry Christmas. Ben Azu says, it's time. Mark Romeo Ofori says, Merry Christmas, Professor Black. Ras Ziggy says, well, I think it's German. Ziggy here from Germany said, vorher. something. Well, I want to believe that you're saying, hey, how are you doing? We like the show, right? Agbeshi Victor says, Merry Christmas, Black Rasta. Agbeshi comes back to say, keep the good work up, Black. Jason Stratz, salute of patriotism. More comments coming in. I see you. Camille, NDC, says, Christmas show, the most hot show in the world. May Allah protect you from Mada, Ghana, and Dagbon. Thank you so much. Zion Kekeli Kennedy, hail up. General Black, respect. Erickson August says, Rastafari. Jafaya, one love. And Evans D. Sejiro says, Merry Christmas to my brethren. Oguyami Prince says, good evening, Black Rasta. I wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year in advance and more blessing. Hussein Abdul Ghani says, Musa Muhammad Heifa. Musa Muhammad Heifa. That's a Dagoma man speaking. But the Dagoma man says Heifa, or a Hausa man says Heifa, say, hey, be careful. Oh. Commander SL Jacob says, move of fire. All right? I will love the fire. Samson Basoa says, Kukushonemo. Abdi Abdallah Bonye says, good evening, Professor Black. The Black Pot is frying. More fire. Samson Basoa says, just love his presentation. Thank you so much. And Abubakar Yusuf Dobino. I said, Dagomba man, Dobino. Says, fire. My sense. Company Limited Media says, I knew he would be fired by the president, JM. Oh, you're talking about Sammy Gyamfi. He's not been fired by JM. I think he's doing a good job. He just needs to be streamlined a little bit more. Remember, he's a young man, 1989 born. 89. I'm 15 years older than him. If I'm 51, you can imagine how old he is. Joshua Kolete Wagu says, good evening, my brethren. Black Rasta, keep the fire burning. Watching from Qatar. Okay. More comments coming in. And this one is from Ogoyemi Prince, and he says, Black Rasta kudos, more fire. It's time for class. Let's have our Satan listen attentively. William Agbedo says, greetings, Black. I wish all your listeners, including the President of the Republic of Ghana, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, a Merry Christmas and keep the fire burning on the wicked politician. Issa Dawood says, more fire. And of course, Kweku Eric says, Sammy Gyamfi is not fired, okay? He's still at post. Yes, we know. We know, and he won't be fired. He's doing a good job. He's a young man who just has to be streamlined. He's doing well, and I think that he should just be encouraged, right? Okay, the rough edges can be smoothed, and he will do a very good job. the same good job that he's doing. Okay? Isa Dawood says, why? Samson Basua says, presentations and analysis are top notch. Thank you. Salute. Ibrahim, the South Greener, says, then continue dreaming because it's not fired. Benyima Kofi says, more fire, keep burning. No justice, no peace. Joe Black says, greetings, bro. And Thomas Compra is watching. Thank you so much, Prof. How are you doing? Musa Soul says it is only the app people. The app people don't want to admit that the country is moving on the right path. The app people. Who are they? Okay, I think you want to say NPP people. So the N came as A. The NPP people who don't want to say that the country is moving there. No, but the latest statistical report that came out said that more than 60% of Ghanaians all say that Mahama is doing so well and that the country is moving in the right direction. Jalil Maiga says, love and respect my father, Black Rasta. And he says, love and respect my father. Patawo says, hello, Black Rasta. Hi, Pat. How are you doing? Osei Prempe the second says, Cartman Mills is jealous of Sammy Gyamfi. Like how Black Empire Media is jealous of Shatta. Isa Haruna Muhammad says, more fire. Sammy is going nowhere, still working for God and country. Respect. Okay? More comments coming in. Ashanate says, Blackport, best show ever. And Luis Oklu says, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Luis Oklu says, welcome, boss. And Sanusi Abdullah Latif. No, Salusi Abdul Latif. Asigana. Oh, Pankron. Pankron, that's where that big cemetery is, right? Cemetery Bureau. Now, Miss Cemetery no pa as a student in Kumasi in those days. Anyway, Rico says this is America. Black, what's up? Everything is good. Audu Isaka says, my lovely brother, you are the real herbal medicine for these senseless politicians. Keep knocking sense into their minds. One love. Big Mosaic says patriotism, nothing more, nothing less. Wayoy. Tijani Mohammed says Blackport, we speak truth to power. Move of fire, black. And then Raskaba says the Blackport with Black Rasta, more respect to you, my big brother, and may Almighty Allah keep protecting and guiding you always, inshallah. Thank you. We appreciate you. More comments coming in. You can send them via Facebook. They could also come via YouTube. And we are ready to pick them up. We have no holiday, you know. It's Christmas, and we are here. This is the Blackport, a.k.a. Kukushonemo, where we speak truth to power. Story number 3. Hey, watch this. Bishop Obinim'S on the rampage over why Florence Obinim'S critics. Who is Bishop Obinim'S? In some circles in Ghana, he's also called Angel Obinim'S. He is a man of God, a Christian missionary. Obinim'S. My brother, my sister. Now, Bishop Obinim'S is somebody almost every Ghanaian knows, because of so many controversies surrounding this man of God. Bishop Daniel Obinim'S. And this is one of his most popular photographs. Now, Bishop Obinim'S was born in 1977, 3 years after Black Rasta was born. So he's my younger brother. 1977, he was born. And all his life, he wanted to be a footballer. He was also an athlete, just like Reverend Isaac Owusu Bempa. He played football. He ran for his school. And in Kumasi at a time, he was one of the people many people believe would be the next Abedi Pele. He played football with so much dexterity. He ran on the tracks as if he was the uncle of Usain Bolt. This is Bishop Daniel Obinim'S. Somewhere in 2010, and a little before that, he met a very pretty woman. She was simply called Florence. He loved the lady. The lady at the time was being mentored by some musicians at the time. All she wanted to do was to sing. She believed she had a lot of music in her body, and therefore she must sing. She was being nurtured by Ewurama Bedu. Do we all remember Ewurama Bedu? She was a Ghanaian policewoman who sang a lot of high life that touched almost every heart in Ghana. She went through divorce, and she used her experience to sing in songs that became hits. Ewurama Bedu. She was from Bankon in the Ashanti region. She nurtured this beautiful woman. Hey. She was beginning to pick up, but she wanted to do more of gospel music. So she was part of a group called the Hallelujah Voices. And in that group, they had people like Christina Love. Before she became Christina Love, they were singing. She was the leader of the group. She could sing. So when Obinim'S met her, though he was already in the ministry from 2010, he was not known. Just a few interpersonal relations. And he met the lady. The lady wanted to sing. She wanted to record, and he promised her that he would do that. He took her into the recording studio, and they recorded. What song did they record? A song that I love so much. A song that I play on my radio show most of the time. And many will remember when I played it the day Atta Mills passed on. The two lovers went in there, recorded the song. In those days, you needed a producer. Obinim'S spent money producing the album. Now they needed a distributor. They went to Big Ben. They went to Supercars. They went to all the people, including Despite. Nobody was interested in that. Hip Life had taken over the whole country. Nobody was too much interested in this gospel thing. According to Obinim'S, he went into his prayer room, poured a lot of prayer, and then he gathered money. At that time, 40,000 equivalent now, and went in there and poured it on the music. It became an instant hit in 2012. 2 years after they had met. Big hit all over Ghana. Everybody was singing it. Recently, it was released again. I think a couple of years. He arranged to have collaborations with this woman. Then all of a sudden, we started to hear things. An MP, a sitting MP, Kennedy Japan, came out with an expose of fake pastors. And Obinim'S name was number one. Obinim'S, according to Kennedy Japan, had been sleeping with a number of ladies in the church. And Obinim'S himself came out to say that yes, he slept with one woman, they had a child together, but he had cursed the child, and the child was crippled and would never walk. That was an indictment. For me, it was foolishness. Kweku Bonsam, a renowned fetish priest, responded and said, I will make that child walk. Bring the child to me. This is a fake man of God. We also remember how he went into Hot FM with a crowbar. You all know what a crowbar is. Crowbar, that thing carpenters used to remove nails, that thing, crowbar, and beat up radio presenters who were talking about him. He went to court. Finally, they had to settle it out of court. And many said he doled out so much money. The controversy surrounding Obinim'S. Now, after the womanizing issue, he had some other court cases. He hadn't paid for electricity, illegal connection here and there. He claimed he was an angel. Some supported him. He claimed that he was able to turn into a snake, turn into any animal of his choice. Later, he came out to say that they were all lies. He just wanted some clout. By what time? His church had already descended. Come down flat. My brother, my sister, his wife, Florence Obinim'S, were also told, went for BBL. She enlarged some parts of her body because Obinim'S liked women like that. She who used to be slim and, all of a sudden, started, you know what I mean. And many people criticized her. Money was flowing. Obinim'S was not only a Christian missionary or man of God, he was also a fashion king. Now, his church went down to the ground. For some time now, not many people hear of him. 31st is coming, and that is the cash cow of almost every church in Ghana. He's preparing for it. The wife decided to go out there on social media, even though her husband had warned her, don't do social media. It is crazy. There are jackals out there ready for us. Let's stay away. But she went there to announce the 31st night and also to encourage people to come to the husband's church for the 31st night. A church that used to be one of the biggest in Ghana. He had branches in Kumasi, Tema, Accra. Oh, Lord. Right now, to the ground. He's beginning to pick up the pieces again. So the wife probably thought, you know what? Let me advertise our church. And she went on social media. And there she was advertising it. Show us the video. Advertising it. Advertising that thing. Advertising it. And when many people saw the video, they were like, what is this? It looks like this woman has changed. Of course, it's been some time since they saw her on social media. And when she came, many people felt that she had changed. She had deteriorated. In fact, she had emaciated. Yes, emaciated. You see her there on the right? And look at her then. Many people said, this woman could be sick. But somebody came out to say, no, it is bad marriage that actually made her like this. And Obinim'S has responded. He was in Kumasi when the message hit him. He had seen it over and over on social media, but he decided to respond right at the Kumasi airport. What did Obinim'S say? Listen to what he said, and when we return, we will tell you more. Something that nobody has told you. Watch this.
Let us say what Christ used to do. Then you say, "Yami adu mohoye." Maninka video imanku. What you say? To make me point na say, "Nemu, mama mfa aware na me ne ware ne emem." Afi what me point no. Munya ya ware na ya ware no. Ya ware for 21 years. They got 22 years. They won't call me and son. Our energy. Ministry say me Florence. Florence will be in Susu will be jammy, but yet ye pay your home, ye do your home, you do your home, you respect your home. What you say? It is more and more Casa Modia warrior bem, say Sebin and Ninja. See me point no. More and more Florence and Wassam. You make a video in cars, a man can Wassam. When you me buy, send me big video, a man can Wassam. And I'm sure Mamma Semen coming here as a moon. What you say? To make me point and answer. Name Mamma fat our real name and warren emblem. I feel what me point. Munya yawari na yawari no. Yawari for 21 years. You got 22 years. You won't call me and son. Our energy womb. Mimi stress me jar Florence. Florence will be in Swiss will be jammy, but yet you want say, you pay your home, you do your home, you do your home, you respect your home. What you say? It is more and more Casa Modia Warrior Bem say, be a ninja warrior. When the catcher was in a ninja warrior. When the catcher, and I may as well be catchers and ninja warrior. A dear Nema will ban a ninja warrior, you be so. A dear Mr. Berman Campana and no ban a ninja, and yes, sir. And no balance will Nisika or near Juma, a ninja, send us to come home. And I said, when that one and a half was sex and mana, a ninja, not eating in fiends on a ninja, said Obinim'S. But maybe Jam and Campana. Main castle in tree be that, main Campana. The tree be 2017-18 ho. There be 18, 2017-16, 15 and the tree impera. From 2017 to 2025. Main Campana. Mini girlfriend. But my tree be paying. So what I say, my tree be paying. Eti aburo so fo ni na no eye ma asole ma no omo wasem bia me taka kire omo me se ma top form pen ene ma ye ma sorry omo ni mo aburo so fo ni na ma top form wa bro kire ne obi ni mo ma ni na ma ka kire se ma top form pen ene ma sorry obi ka so top form pen a what you say and I want any videos bia me twetwa pen say me say ni pod mistake na don ko form na mistake be na me ka ho say me say me personal secret me say me personal secret. One thing is that this is my personal secret, and this is a mistake that the from will be until found to form. Make us a main campanado, my campanada. But 2017, 16, 15, actually 2014 home. But from 2017 the permanent 8 years, main campanada, many girlfriend. If you know me, and because I'm a girlfriend, only me baby, who be not case. The swing a man concono, the swing Holy Spirit, may come in some Bible, may come the book for one time, may come out of much idea. Me come yemu mama woman me come in for this will be my warrior 21 years from 2017 be permanent o cassette yamme kokoro will judge you our warrior be good I'm swear who relationship will be good we hear do me be free ones if you are young from 2017 be permanent o cassette yamme honto come past 2016 2015 14 fa actually 13 ho now from 2017 ban enka ho asem Munya ya warrior no my any warrior. What in you being cast in ninja one hour room. So Florence Obinim'S na ho asema ba na monka na munya warrior ni film. Mesrɛ mo. Ni ani ji warrior. Florence wo so be ja warrior. Florence wo so mi so. Obapa Christi nya ya warrior. We so Obapa Christi so ni Florence Obinim'S. Oni ni na start check me to say hallelujah voices. Hallelujah voices. So what you said in the hallelujah voices for you should be a leader. No Bapa Christian as it's a because of Bapa Christian, no many Florence and then leader and from it should be new. It is one of the major warrior, no chess and not in Kuyi Mano, and a pastor love was saying Kuyi Wajaya. For you should be Magi. God is blessing in your warrior. Nikuna seeing Kuya, and I joy seeing Kuya. So Magi, Esther Smith. Me and Esther Smith. I'm a penas, mammy, don't know, Miss Apenyon. Unsa made them to by Miss Adam. Unya warrior, Wajai, or him a mercy, Unya 50 empress. So it's Wajai, no, as our warrior. How much will be Lucibet Major warrior? But here is the Subetin. To be a water in the war, our Rena seal, or year Juma, a woman and be a man. Bush me be Mr. Winner, 30,000 Ghana a month, 300 million. 300 million a month. But in front to God, I swear heaven and earth. As I make a bois, a radical striking and near Nukume. A radical money answer. The money answer that many foreigners are radical comes be cultural. 30,000 month. It's 1 year, almost 4 billion. And a foreign should be in Bunya. I feel be a discount brand. A DB, from 2017 by permanent. It's Munya warrior. As a warrior tagging the part of Joe. Oh, foreigners who want some about. And what can you say for you should be in the Swatia? No one can was him. So I say, oh, for you should be in Swati, can was him, Ubianca Semenka. Oh, for you should be in the market, can was him. Oh, for you should be in the body, and about your attention. The moment is can was him. For you should be in the say, why quiet to can was him. Bishop Obinim'S Miswa, say, is will be in a journey to me, is will be in my day, Wakoye, other Sakula, ka ho asem obi anka semenka but yaware no efrim why yaware no efrim ye ho toyo aware ya so mo dwe yen what you say Florence Obinim'S osombo ma me we precious me dono na me peno we precious to me munyi yaware sem ni efrim what you say no no what fa ko de bi okwa adwuma e ko je ni sika gu ni botom bele kumase be we busa kumase Kenya ase hene unim kumase Kenya ase hene iba me ya so no Kenya ase we busa Kenya ase hene bele bi busa Kenya ase hene aborosan ya to aso makoko 48 sorry aborosan ya to aso 4 aborosan ya to aso 4 48 rooms 48 rooms amedia ye hostel university for na the hostel amedia ma Florence Obinim'S me di Kenya ase hene nsem no de ma no na Kenya ase hene nsem na me de ma nsem na President ma Florence Obinim'S as a people bibia 48 rooms ayedia ye hostel Florence Obinim'S wo fie waka wo fie kuma se me na me de che no ma se bia adwuma bo so me bia ma 30,000 1 year pe e ko 4 billion ni wanya otu hia no etiji ebio na na ninje wa ware nim oh na nyesa ma we nyam last anya se rade bedome ma we nyam last why me ba akra na me nhira me mo ndi koi wo so bi tu fa ya fa se wo ho asem ba ni bi tu fa aya fa advice de eye na me nhira me da asese oti me futu bye bye.
Wow, I'm touched by what Obinim'S said, you know. Well, to those who do not understand the Twi language, it's very simple. It's a lengthy tape, but we're going to summarize it. He says some of the things that will make a marriage go bad. 1, if there's no sexual satisfaction. 2, if there's no money, financial freedom in the marriage. These 2 very important things. Finally, understanding. And if all these things are there, there's no way a marriage can crumble. He said they've been married for 21 solid years. He said, if Florence Obinim'S is not happy about the marriage, the so-called marriage that some people have said she's not happy in, that's why she's lost so much weight and emaciated, she could have left. And he mentioned some gospel artists who got married and divorced. And therefore, if his wife also is not happy, she could leave. But if she's still in it after 21 years, then the marriage is not a problem. He mentioned Empress Gyamfi, who got divorced and married again, Esther Smith, Christina Love, mentioned all of them. They got married and broke apart from their husbands. So if my wife is not happy, she can also break away. And if I'm not happy, I would also break away. Why do you say that there's no happiness in the marriage? Leave my marriage in peace. And let me tell you, sexually, I am good. I do my work well. And she knows it. I used to chase women. But in 2017, I decided to stop. From that time till now, I've never had a girlfriend. My wife has been enough for me. If you're talking about my bad deeds, womanizing, talk before 2017, 2016, 2015, 2014, 2013. Yes, I was a bad guy running after women. But from 2017, I stopped all that. I've become a responsible man. And my wife, I opened up a business for her that gives her 30,000 Ghana cedis each month. 30,000 Ghana cedis each month. That is an equivalent of about $3,000. My brother, my sister, she gets that every month. In a year, you can imagine how much she would get. And then also, in Kumasi, a suburb of Kumasi, I have built for her a 4-story building that contains 48 rooms. She has rented that out as a hostel, and students use that. She's making money from that as well. So if she's not lacking money, and she's not lacking good sex, and she's been in this marriage for 21 years, so you can't say there's no understanding, why are you saying all this? There is no case. But I blame my wife, Florence. I asked her not to do social media, and she refused and did it. You can talk about the fact that she's lost weight. You can talk about the fact that, oh, she doesn't look as good as she used to. But I see her to be most beautiful and I love my wife. In another tape, Obinim'S goes ahead to say, dash it away. To say, I have bought a house in Spain for my wife. My children, I got them visas and they are all abroad schooling. What else can I do for my wife and children? They are happy. They have money. They are not hungry. Everything a man is supposed to do for the wife, I have done and I continue to do. My brother, my sister. But what is really wrong with Obinim'S wife? Now she has come out in new videos and you could see that she is all right in those videos. There isn't so much of any change. So what happened? Could it be that there was some kind of editing? Could it be that somebody intentionally used AI to create this video that went viral? What truly is the problem? Obinim'S wife herself, Florence Obinim'S, said that the video was doctored. She said she was wearing a whole black wig. And when the video came out, it became an ash wig. Obinim'S himself said that there were videos of him. He originally wore a black suit, only for the video to come out and it looked more like he was wearing a brown suit. Adulteration. This is the video. And when you look at it, it looks more like doctored. My brother, my sister, this is what it is. And please forget about the message that is there. It is so rude. And under normal circumstances, I would have bled that message. Take it out, please. Okay, so this is the photo. She said that they have pulled her face and made it longer. That is not what she looks like. And the new videos we have seen of her and the husband walking together, in fact, she is just okay. Why would some people take interest in mocking and bullying somebody like this? Yes, the two of them have been very controversial, especially the husband. They are looking for a way to start it all afresh. Whoever started this conversation has not done the family any good. And I think Obinim'S has spoken a lot of sense. It has touched me and it should touch you. And to Florence Obinim'S as a musician, social media is very important. Unless you want to put away social media. Your husband says don't do social media. Sit him down, bring one or two people there and decide whether you still want to do social media or not. Of course, she's lost a little bit of weight. And so many things could have caused that. Maybe she's been thinking, I don't want to use the word that you expect me to use, about other things, not necessarily her marriage. Maybe the supposed BBL that she went for, she's going to take it out, or maybe it's gone bad. Anything could happen. But as it is, the new videos I have seen of her, it is the same Florence Obinim'S. Let's all go for the 31st night at Obinim'S church, at least to shame the devil. She was trying to advertise the 31st night for the husband, maybe to say thank you for everything the husband has done for her, to compensate her for running after women all this while until 2017. And then she fell into some big trouble. Let's flood the church, sing and dance at least on the 31st, just to show solidarity for a woman who wants to stand by the husband in tough times. It's the Black Pot, aka Kukushonemo. And here we speak truth to power. Okay, time now to say bye-bye to you. But we can't say bye-bye without picking up your comments. Okay? Stephen Jackson says,